Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to replace and install a brand new garbage disposal. Here I went ahead and bought a brand new InSinkErator garbage disposal, and then I went to purchase some disinfectant wipes as well, some plumber's putty, channel locking pliers, flathead screwdriver, and some flashlights. I went ahead and unplugged the old disposal from the outlet and tossed that to the side. Then I'm gonna find myself a bucket. I bought this one for Lowe's for $7. I put it directly underneath the old disposal. Then you're gonna wanna go ahead and locate the dishwasher hose. Here it is, that black one with that clamp and the flathead screw. It's connected to the dishwasher. Go ahead and find that flathead screwdriver and start to unscrew that, going counterclockwise. And there's a lot of water that'll start to seep out, so go ahead and just start to dump that and pour that hose right into that bucket. You can usually do that for a minute or so, it usually drain by itself. Then once you are done with that, go ahead and locate that discharge tube that is going directly into the old disposal. There's two mounting screws. Go ahead and unscrew those counterclockwise. Then once you have those screws loose, go ahead and pull that discharge tube towards you away from the old disposal because you will need it later. Now you will need to remove the old garbage disposal. It is quite heavy, weighs about 13 pounds. I use the channel locking pliers to go ahead and lock it in place and pull it counterclockwise. It'll fall a little bit heavy. I should have used maybe something under it. Once you're done, put that bucket right under that empty disposal because there will be debris and water falling. And it does stink. So here I am taking apart the old mounting assembly. I removed the first silver collar. There is a gasket, rubber gasket, that does make it quite difficult. Once you have that removed, there's another plastic piece that you will have to unscrew. Then that old flange will remove quite easy. Just throw it in that bucket. Then take your disinfecting wipes and remove the old debris and whatever gunk is left. You're gonna have to remove that old putty because that is where the sink opening is located. And once that is removed, you can toss your old disposal to the side, throw away the old debris into the bucket. There is a lot of it and it stinks. And dry it up as much as possible because you will need to use that plumbing putty soon. And once you have that all cleared up and pretty dry, I did use a one of those scrub daddies, a little bit of a harsher sponge to get everything kind of cut out of the way. Here I am with the brand new garbage disposal. It is an InSinkErator Badger 5XL. I grabbed the plumber's putty. Here I am just looking at a lot of the information or directions it's coming with. By now we have already reached step 9 in the instructions, so we'll just look at whatever else it comes with. And so we're gonna start taking a look at the parts. Here I am making sure everything is together. That is our mounting piece with the sink flange, and there is the entirety of our garbage disposal. So pull that out, set that aside, pull out the other mounting hardware. We'll just use the old mounting hardware. So here I am locating that inner sink flange and removing the retaining ring to be able to remove it. Once you have that removed, go ahead and get your plumbing putty ready and start rolling it out in front of you. So here I am applying the plumber's putty to the new sink flange. I roll it up to at least half to about 1 inch, but I make sure that at least covers every single bit of that flange because you do not want any leaks. Otherwise, there'll just be pieces of food, water, and whatever else you pour down the sink, and that'll just fall right down into your downwards cabinet. Then once you have that all installed, you're gonna want to press down on that pretty firmly. Don't worry about pushing on it too much. Sinks can kind of take a lot. Just think about how many pots you throw in there all the time. I went ahead and found myself a pot of tea. It's actually filled with sugar, I believe. And then after that, I went and placed a bottle of dish soap on top. Just because you kind of want that extra weight to push up that excess putty. It's gonna really help a lot with that sealment. Then once you're done with that, place your lights down, turn them all on because you're gonna be under here for a while. Find that weight spacer retainer, place that first right under there. Make sure if it's snug, it'll usually stay by itself. There is our backup plate. Here I'm pointing out the screws, where they go. Find that retainer. Make sure it fits right in there. It lines up where the screw marks are. And here's a retainer clip to make sure everything is fastened and safe. Here I am going under the sink, making sure all those retainer clips and screws are fastened. What I like to do is usually try to count my rotations. I started with finger tightening them first, and then I will transition into tightening them with a screwdriver. But you don't want them to be uneven because you'll find that water may drip out one side and maybe be a little bit more fastened on the other. So make sure count the rotations that you screw in. I think I went between 7 and 8 until I went on to the next step. Here I am just double checking all the mounting screws are set and then that this putty is kind of squeegeing out of the top, making it sure that it is secure and sealed. I grab the brand new disposal. There is a little blocking little chip that's in front of that drainage tube. You go ahead and just knock that out. Once I finish, go ahead and grab your new garbage disposal and get ready to mount it right into it. Go ahead and untangle your new garbage disposal cord. There is little teeth that hinges right onto those grooves. Go ahead and just lift straight up and it'll find it almost immediately. I found it very, very easy to just lift it straight up, slide it in. lock it into place. It fit almost perfectly snug. Once you're done with that, double check, make sure all the teeth are in and everything is put together. You'll plug that in just a bit. Yep. Once you're done with that, go ahead and grab that drainage tube and you will locate where it goes into that drainage tube opening on the brand new garbage disposal. Once you've located and moved that towards its opening, you'll find those mounting screws. Grab those, hand tighten them first, then you will locate your flathead screwdriver to then tighten them. Just once you are finished with that, you will go ahead and locate that dishwasher drain tube with that clamp. Slide it on right onto that tube. Find the drain opening, slide it right on. Find your flathead screwdriver and fasten that. Make sure it's pretty snug because you don't want any dishwasher water flying out into your downward cabinet underneath your sink. After that, go ahead and just make sure all the model numbers were in place. Turn on the water again. Here I'm just struggling a little bit. It can be kind of tight. So now that everything is in place, I was just making sure that all that putty and excess plumber's putty is removed. Go ahead and remove dishwashing soap, the little tea, little weights, whatever. The putty comes off pretty easily. Just go ahead and scrape with your finger, or if you need a putty knife, go ahead and scrape that. I went and grabbed just a dry paper towel to just get that excess putty hanging off. Then once you're done, it's pretty much installed. Go ahead and test out your sink, make sure everything is running correctly. For the most part, everything looks to be pretty spick and span. So, thank you so much.